Good day, friends, family, and fans. Welcome to my YouTube channel and to what I've come to call another owl. I'm quite proud to say that I've received 2 commissions in the past month, but it being a really satisfying hobby, it's now a really satisfying alternative income. And yeah, I'm feeling the pressure because I know there's miles of improvement to be made in my technique and the looseness and that picture in my head versus the final product equation. It did make me look at the general costing and how I can still get the materials that I want but at a better price, most importantly without compromising the quality. The first thing that I did was look at my canvases. So this is a practice piece test run using frames that I got from a local carpenter and thick canvas material. In case you were wondering, the material was a bad choice. In the future, I will splurge and get a roll or 2 of actual real canvas. This is because the untreated material just soaks up the primer and I ended up using way too much. On my first owl that I used oil to do a final layer before the painting, and quite by accident, it made the most amazing texture. And I tried to duplicate it here with not much success, but I can always try again. Somehow I didn't record the sketching. I probably just didn't press record on my camera. However, since I learned so much with each video, I can chalk it up to school fees. Not a mistake I'll be making anytime soon again. Either way, I did a super loose, choppy sketch without using a grid or any scaling techniques, and I used a light color mixed with a good amount of Zalcon, which is an oil medium that speeds up the drying process. The mixing process is one of the things that I still really find really hard, and getting to the right color, or at least a similar color, is a long and tedious push and pull process. I did adapt the color slightly because I knew I wanted to make the eyes green. So using creative license, I upped the amount of red in the feather colors. This way the red, which is green's complementary color, helps to push the eyes forward and keep your attention on them. I usually paint in my room, but because I'm making products for a spring fair, it's a bit of a mess right now, which means I ended up moving my whole setup to the lounge. The light is better anyway, so I might do this again in the future. What music was playing in the background, I cannot remember, but I'm pretty sure that I put some 2000 till now sing along a road trip type music on. Hopefully my neighbors are tone deaf. Somewhere during the day, I got it into my head to do a live Instagram video. It was the first one, and I think a total of like 4 people signed up. I might make sure that I have a specific setup for it next time, but it was still fun. I've been watching some of my old videos, specifically ones with voiceover, to see if I have any bad habits that could become annoying in the long term. And one of the things that I did notice is I say so very often. In order to combat this, I have a script this time, just added to the list of things that I've learned since starting my channel. This is my favorite part of painting, that final bam that turns it not only into fairly good painting, but also into something that is part of me. I love the palette knife work, and since learning the potential of using palette knives, I've drastically adapted how I paint. The eyes are what I want the observer to focus on, and to achieve this I did 3 things. First, the red in the owl's feathers. Second, the choice of green, and then lastly, by using the palette knife to fill them in and to shape them. This way they pop even more because they have a very different texture to the rest of the painting. Before in one of my videos that I like to put up the paintings or the pictures or whatever I'm working on to sort of give myself space to look at it a little bit more objectively. And although I'm quite happy with this piece on the whole, there's a bit of an inconsistency with the outline on the outside here and here, and how it meets up over here. I've got like a darkened edge that meets up, but
it needs to stand out a bit more, so I'm just gonna quickly grab a brush and a bit of paint and just fix that so that it doesn't look quite so lopsided.
Whenever I clean my palette, I don't get rid of the colors immediately. I tend to keep the stuff that I have around for a little bit. So I have the colors that I mixed for the owl. They're still hanging around here, so I don't have to mix new paint. And then I tend to use this leftover paint on a canvas then to give it some texture, so that I'm not wasting any paint at the end of the day. I apologize in advance for the wobblies, but I asked my sister to hold the camera because I didn't want to move the entire setup back to the lounge. I noticed while I was fixing the top of the owl that the bit of brightness in the bottom right hand corner is distracting from the eye, so I just toned it down a bit while I had the brush in hand. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more random art videos. I publish content every week. Also, the giveaway is still on, so please leave a comment with some advice or feedback on how I can improve your viewing experience. Till next time, bye.